like to show you something that has bothered and baffled me for yet quite some time. It has been around us ever since the beginning, and has taken different and yet so similar embodiments over the patient flow of time. It has an excruciatingly original way of announcing itself, and this time, to me at least, it profited and meaned itself through the global pixelated reach that conveyed too much to be put in mere words. I prefer not to paint melodramatic images, but it is what you see in the eyes of a man that walks to certain death for his rights, screaming of religious equality. It is also the determination and persuasion that eagers burningly through his eyes as he assures everyone who is watching that we will be seeing something that we do not see very often. Spirit. It seems to me that throughout history, people have willingly given their consent for things that have later backfired upon them. We haven't learned our lesson, and judging by the current world context, our once-upon dreams have become our nightmares. Uniqueness is no longer encouraged because it prevents the formation of easy-to-mold individuals. I have never enjoyed the abolition of individuality by adhering to some collective that might give me purpose for my actions. However, given recent circumstances, I have never been more proud to be part of a certain type of group. These people rise to the occasion every once in a while, but when they do, they mark us by leaving the scars of their perished lives and blind devotion for something that they believe in. I'm talking about the people. But not your everyday merchants that make their way through life politely obeying whatever is elusively dictated to them as freedom. No. Those are simple proud fillers, people pleasers, who do not deserve to be called nameless and respected those who without name have sacrificed to show the world that the people shall never be silenced. The kind of people that climb walls to tear off the faces of their no longer wanted rulers while being shot at. But what is truly soul moving is that even in the mixture of war and revolution, people have still found the power to dream. If you think about it, everything that surrounds us was at one point nothing more than a simple electric impulse that scattered through someone's thought. More importantly, everything that doesn't or will surround us will be nothing more than the outburst of a dream. And amazingly, imagining this dream will not cease, even in the darkest perspectives of achievement. Some people are fighting right now for the incipient of a better life, not only for themselves, but also for those with whom they dream along. Thomas Jefferson once said that among those on the noble right are those of life, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. But when our leaders lack the power to let power go and come between the people and their desires, then the people's wishes, their dreams and their hopes, and their inclination towards a tangible source of happiness are what will set them free, one way or the other. It seems to me that we have forced ourselves to become adequate members of society by holding back our urges and restricting our impulses, but they do continue to frolic through our mind. The question is, what happens when they finally break through? What happened recently in Egypt and what is currently happening in Libya is a very good example of what can happen. The truth behind all this mess and abomination of lack of belief lies in the eyes of a child that, in the full throttle of revolution, all alone, raises his hand and shows me for what he is fighting for. For peace. For the belief that power lies not at the trigger point of the gun, but that true courage lies at the other end, staring death knowing that not even the most gruesome of military-generated pain could ever take away the voice that resounds within the people. Should we ever forget who we are, where we come from, or what we believe in, the voices of those past and future lie within us to show us our path. It will always be we, the people. And even though we sometimes forget and stop fighting, our dreams, our wishes, and our desires are the only guarantees that, unlike us, our souls will never surrender. Thank you.
Questions, please.
Yes, you mentioned a lot the inner voice and how you think people should make their inner voice be heard. Is there something in your personal life that inspired you to talk about this specific thing?
Thank you for your question. Well, this has something to do with my role model in life. I, for example, take my father as my role model, and he's the type of person that speaks his mind no matter what the consequences. I admire that kind of character because it is the character that forges the leaders of tomorrow, the society of tomorrow, and the countries of tomorrow.
Do you think that when some people speak their minds, they might actually hurt somebody?
Thank you for your question. Of course, we don't have all the same opinions around the world, but when people speak their mind, I believe that they should be considerate of the one that's standing next to them, because we do live in a globalized society, as I said before, and we have to be friendly to our neighbor and treat them as we treat ourselves.